Good job. Blue Goose, Blue Goose Rag. Straight eighth notes in the rag, please. Straight eighth notes. Into Measure for Nothing. Okay, they're past their time, so we better do something short. Go down to Home on the Range, please. Keep everything in order, though, in case we need them again. Home on the Range. Two empty beats. Alberta, Fanfare and Processional, O Canada. Alberta, Fanfare and Processional, O Canada. We need a temporal before O Canada. E flat. Two, Alberta. Fanfare and Processional, please. I need lots of trumpets at the beginning.
exploits. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
It is my pleasure to introduce a special and important addition to Convocation ceremonies that reminds us all of the ancestral lands of the First Peoples of Canada. This song is called a victory song that will start us off in a good way at every one of our Convocation ceremonies. Over the past hundreds of years, there have been many victory songs that have been passed down through generations. These songs have a special power to them and therefore carry such great meaning, as this song correlates with the treaties signed with the Crown and the First Peoples of Canada. The treaties were agreements signed as a foundation for ongoing relationships in understanding one another, so that we live together in a respectful relationship as we move forward together to advance reconciliation. We present this song to uplift the spirit and to encourage all of us to come together to sing and dance in victory for the graduates' accomplishments. It is my pleasure today to introduce the victory song, and I extend gratitude to our traditional singers and cultural ambassadors, Lyle Tutusis, Monty Sunchild, Al Crawford, Adrian Lachance, Colin Rain, and Jade Tutusis, who have pre-recorded this victory song for the U of A Convocation ceremonies. If you are able, please remain standing. Whatsoever things are true, a promise made here at the University of Alberta over 100 years ago. Today, we are gathered to celebrate this commitment to ourselves and to our community. We celebrate with all those who leave here today with their degrees. May you continue to seek truth. May you continue to serve in our global home. May you continue to grow in wisdom and understanding. And may you continue to uphold the university's values of integrity, freedom, and the equality and dignity of all persons, to create a community filled with promise for the future and goodwill toward all. Please be seated. Welcome to the University of Alberta. My name is Peggy Garrity, and I have the great honor and privilege of serving as the Chancellor of the University of Alberta and conferring all of your degrees today. I'd like to acknowledge that the University of Alberta is located on Treaty 6 territory and the homelands of the Métis. In stating this, we must recognize our responsibility in working in relationship alongside First Nation and Métis people and their communities on our way forward, and in good relations in uplifting the whole people for the next 7 generations and the university for tomorrow. On behalf of the entire university community, I'm delighted to welcome you to this convocation. It's an exciting day for all of us. Graduands, we are very pleased that so many of your friends and family members could join us to celebrate your degrees. As you participate in today's ceremony, you're walking in the footsteps of many generations of scholars. And each of the traditions you see on the stage and throughout the ceremony today have special meaning and significance. Today's formal procession to the stage, led by our Chief Marshal and the University Mace, originates in the procession of the Guild of Teachers. Such guilds in past centuries were dedicated to the pursuit of knowledge, just as our university is today. The many different academic gowns, hoods, and caps here on stage today reflect centuries of university tradition. As Chancellor, I wear our University of Alberta colors of green and gold. The different colors of your faculty hoods signify to everyone here and to our society the degree that you have earned. Your caps, those Oxford-style mortarboards with, I think, those somewhat annoying tassels, may be considered a symbol of the scholar's independence and freedom. These symbols and traditions remind us of our connections to the past, but seeing your faces today and conferring your degree is all about the future, about your futures and the future you will create for our communities and our world. We will hear from a member of our Board of Governors and our university president. We'll also hear from Dr. Temple Grandin, who has accepted our invitation to receive an honorary degree of science, our university's highest honor. An honorary degree recognizes inspiring role models and leaders, celebrating extraordinary achievements or remarkable services to our society. And I'm so proud to be able to celebrate your honorary degree today. Following the presentation of the honorary degree, we will begin the recognition of your degrees. One of our deans will present to you on behalf of the faculties, and our president will guide you through your pledge to pursue the encouragement of learning and the public good. It will then be my great honor to admit you to your degrees and confer upon you all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities that come with being a university graduate. Then it'll be your turn to be up here on the stage with all of us. Each of you will cross the stage as your name is called. And for everyone here, I'm sure that will be the most exciting part of today's ceremony. Your degree will actually be conferred as I congratulate you when we meet each other on the stage. So please take a moment to stop so I can congratulate each one of you personally. That moment will bind you and the University of Alberta together for all time. President and Vice Chancellor Bill Flanagan and Board of Governors Representative Chris Ashdown join me here in recognizing your accomplishments today. We're also joined by Elder Don Langford, who is here today to extend a special recognition to Indigenous members of our learning community. Distinguished guests on the convocation stage also include a number of community leaders and members of our academy. I'm very pleased the deans and professors from our faculties of Graduate Studies and Research, Nursing, and the School of Public Health are here to congratulate each graduand as you cross the stage. We're all here to welcome you to the University of Alberta alumni family. I hope you enjoy the day. And I'd like to start by inviting greetings from the Board of Governors.
Eminent Chancellor Garrity, President Flanagan, distinguished guests, graduands, families, and friends. I'm very pleased to participate in this special day on behalf of the Board of Governors to bring the board's greetings and hearty congratulations. Today is a day of celebration when the entire university community, along with your families and friends, gathers to celebrate you, the graduating class of 2023. It's also a day to celebrate the university, which by virtue of this marvelous milestone has successfully provided you with the academic resources to support your engagement with issues and opportunities of 2023 and into the future. Collectively and cooperatively, you will be the generation that moves society forward in the arts, in the economy, in knowledge, discovery, and research. You've been changed over your years at the U of A. The knowledge you've gained here will enable you to address society's issues, influence others, and shape our collective future. You're now the kind of citizen who will apply critical thought, share your knowledge, foster common understanding, and employ the skills you've gained here to better society in a competent, thoughtful, ethical, and engaged way, today, tomorrow, and from now on. Our very heartfelt congratulations to you, your families, friends, and supporters. Be proud, savor your success, enjoy today, and we wish you the very best for the future.
It's now my pleasure to invite President Bill Flanagan to address convocation.
Hello and welcome, everyone. It's wonderful to be with you here today. And I would also like to express a warm welcome to our honorary degree recipient, Dr. Temple Grandin, and our many guests in the audience, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2023. Yes. Oh, I like that. We've got an enthusiastic audience today. Graduates, it's here today that we are celebrating you. And today marks a milestone in your life's journey, one that has been filled with exploration and excitement. And what you've accomplished along this journey required dedication and perseverance, and no doubt many late nights and early mornings. And along the way, you've probably experienced a full spectrum of emotions, sometimes all at once. And sometimes the journey might have seemed impossible. But here you are, you made it. And we can't forget the added challenges that many of you faced during your time here. Many of you earned your degrees amid unprecedented global conditions, living through a pandemic and toggling between in-person and online learning. I want you to know that this did not go unnoticed. On behalf of the University of Alberta, I want to offer my profound appreciation to each and every one of you. Regardless of the many changes and challenges you've encountered along your journey, you've always been quick to adapt. You have been resilient. You have demonstrated your tenacity. And most importantly, you came together as a community. And along with COVID, the university has undergone its own evolutionary journey during your time here amid challenging economic conditions and restructuring that has saw us forge new paths forward. And although there's still much work to be done, I know that our institution is prepared for the future, and the future is bright. We are in a strong position to continue to advance this remarkable university, which has grown and endured and cultivated knowledge and ideas since its founding in 1908. And through 115 years of change, our core mission has always remained the same: to build one of the world's great universities for the public good. And there are many universities in the world doing meaningful work, but only a handful are doing globally recognized research on such a comprehensive array of some of the world's most significant challenges. Addressing climate change head-on, we are a global leader in developing net zero energy solutions for tomorrow. As one of the world's leading research universities in artificial intelligence, we are harnessing the remarkable potential of AI to touch so many aspects of our lives, from improving human health and wellness to driving new efficiencies that will dramatically reduce energy consumption. And home to Canada's second Nobel Prize in Medicine, our health sciences are at the cutting edge in advancing the whole spectrum of human health and wellness. And as the Earth population grows, our agricultural research is advancing global food security worldwide. And we are leading the way in advancing truth and reconciliation with a core commitment to recognize, honor, and incorporate Indigenous ways of knowing and knowledge in all that we do. And in the social sciences and humanities, we are advancing and defending free and democratic societies committed to justice, equity, and opportunity for all, with a major focus on reducing social disparities in Canada and worldwide. I am proud to say that the University of Alberta is among a small handful of global universities with the research and teaching strength to make world-changing contributions to each and every one of these significant challenges. We are leading with purpose in developing solutions for our planet and our society. And today we celebrate the graduating classes in nursing and in public health. We have an extraordinary faculty of nursing at the University of Alberta, consistently ranked #1 in Canada and 5th in the world, which is amazing. And our School of Public Health continues to lead the country in public health education and research, helping us to understand and solve the many complex public health challenges of today. And with nursing and public health serving as integral parts of our College of Health Sciences, the University of Alberta is a leader in advancing human health and wellness in Canada and around the world. And I know that as you go forth in your work as healthcare professionals, you will help make health services more equitable, accessible, and culturally appropriate, whether through practicing in rural communities, servicing underrepresented children and their families, or incorporating Indigenous health education into your practices. And our collective impact, and that of our graduates, is increasingly recognized on the global stage, including the recent Times Higher Education Impact Ranking. This ranking is the only global performance measure that assesses universities against the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, including ending poverty, ending world hunger, climate action, and sustainable land use. And the latest results are just over a week ago. We continue to climb in this ranking, and I'm proud to report that this year, the University of Alberta came in 7th in the world. This is the impact that we're having. And these rankings reflect a deep commitment in our research and teaching excellence, whether in the classroom or in the lab, to seek challenges, drive change, innovate, and collaborate. This is what it means to lead with purpose. But undoubtedly, amid all of our many contributions, the University of Alberta's most significant contribution to society and to the world is the remarkable talent of our graduates, represented by all of you here today, and all of the incredible things that you will do as you continue along life's journey. You are the builders and thinkers and leaders who will help find our way through the world's toughest challenges. You're the ones who will bring new energy and fresh thinking to the great debates of our time. We can't wait to learn about all of the amazing ways you will use your skills, knowledge, and curiosity to help change the world for better. We are enormously proud of you. So today we celebrate your achievements and your bright futures that are to come. And wherever life's journey takes you next, please know that you will always have a home right here at the University of Alberta. And in closing, I also want to take the opportunity to thank Dr. Shanthi Johnson, our outgoing Dean of the School of Public Health. I've had an opportunity to work closely with Shanthi over the last 3 years. She's been an indeflatable promoter of the Faculty of Public Health and has been a wonderful colleague. And beginning July 1st, she will be assuming a new role as Vice President, Research and Innovation at the University of Windsor. I know that we're all going to miss her. We wish her all the very best as she takes on this exciting new opportunity. And once again, I just want to thank Dean Johnson for her service to our students and our university. So once again, congratulations and thank you.
Knowledge shall not be the concern of scholars alone. The uplifting of the whole people shall be its final goal.
They inspire us all with their brilliance, creative force, and fervent desire to make the world a better place.
I accept in the name of our poor people.
Dream your dreams. It is possible to have a new kind of world.
Those who receive an honorary degree from the University of Alberta set the highest standards of dedication and excellence for students and for society at large.
It is a good day to be you.
Remember who you are. Remember where you come from.
And while their backgrounds and fields of endeavor vary widely, all are exceptional.
Maybe it's best if I just speak from the heart.
I will remember you.
How lucky are you to be armed with one of the greatest educations in the world and to be living in this country at this very point in human history.
We face today a clash of ignorances.
You are who make the history. You are who create the future.
U of A honorary degree recipients embody the university's vision to inspire the human spirit through outstanding achievements in learning, discovery, and citizenship in a creative community.
Your generation will be called upon to balance what is now moving quickly to a tipping point.
I think we are now in the threshold of a new beginning.
It is a spirit that is building one of the world's great universities for the public good.
It is your attitude that will sustain you. It is not what happens to you, it is what you do with it.
Go out and not simply change the world, go out and save the world. That is what I would seek you to do.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate of the University of Alberta, it is my privilege to introduce Temple Grandin for the honorary degree of Doctor of Science, our institution's highest honor. Dr. Grandin is a professor of animal science at Colorado State University. She is the world authority on animal handling systems for agricultural animals. And she is an advocate for people with autism and their contributions to society. Dr. Grandin received a BA Psychology from Franklin Pierce College, an MSc from Arizona State University based on research on the behavior of cattle in different squeeze gates, and a PhD from the University of Illinois studying the effect of environmental enrichment on the behavior of swine. As a professor, she teaches and conducts research focused on the reduction of stress and animal losses at processing. By integrating her autism experiences with animal behavior, she has become the worldwide expert in the design of handling facilities for animals. Her designs have been incorporated into processing facilities around the world, and over 50% of North American animals are estimated to be processed in plants that she designed. She is best known for her work on curved chutes and animal flight zones to reduce animal stress during handling. Her animal handling classes and designs are a key area of focus in several of our U of A classes. Dr. Grandin also developed an objective scoring system to assess animal welfare. Audits following her system are routinely carried out by firms such as Burger King, Whole Foods, Chipotle, Wendy's, and McDonald's. She also has extensive consulting arrangements with organic and natural livestock producers. Dr. Grandin is renowned as an advocate for people with autism. Her 2010 TED Talk, "The World Needs All Kinds of Minds," has over 6.6 million views. She has published several books on autism, including Thinking in Pictures, The Way I See It, and The Autistic Brain. Her books Animals in Translation and Visual Thinking, which was published just last year, 2022, are New York Times bestsellers. She is a past member of the board of the Autism Society of America, and she has been interviewed, profiled, and written about by several media organizations. In 2010, HBO produced an award-winning biopic about her life starring Claire Danes. Dr. Grandin speaks around the world on both autism and cattle handling. She is lauded by her scientific and technical peers, and she has received several honorary degrees. Her other recognitions include a Pragi Award from PETA, the People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, and Time magazine named her among the 100 most influential people in the world in the Heroes category. Today, we honor Dr. Grandin's transformative contributions to livestock welfare and handling and her work in autism. We recognize her lifetime of advocacy for people with autism and their contributions to society. We celebrate her unique ability to see the world and to change perspectives through the practice of empathy. Eminent Chancellor, with great pride and respect, I present Dr. Temple Grandin.
Here we go. Temple Grandin, in recognition of transformative contributions to livestock welfare and a lifetime of advocacy for people with autism and their contributions to society, I desire to confer upon you the honorary degree of Doctor of Science and to express the hope that we shall continue to be enriched by your wise counsel for many years to come. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. They will take this and you can go over to that podium.
Oh, I was afraid you were going to take my notes away from me. Well, I need to have my notes. And I want to say to people with autism, get out and make a contribution. A lot of people don't realize that Einstein was probably autistic, no speech until age 3. How about Steve Jobs, Michelangelo, Thomas Edison, and a lot of others? Now, I did not speak until I was age 4. I want to thank all the good teachers I had, starting with my speech teacher, my mother getting me out doing lots of things. I grew up lots of hands-on activities. In fact, one of the worst things the schools have done is taking hands-on activities out of the schools. In my work with livestock handling equipment, in fact, there's 2 plants in Canada that have my center track restrainer system. I worked with people in skilled metalworking shops that were probably autistic, and they had 20 patents each, and the equipment was sold around the world. And what worries me today is some of these kids are ending up in the basement playing video games when they ought to be out building things. As I travel around, I'm appalled at the amount of escalators and elevators that are not working. They don't have anybody to fix them. I was just looking at one of the sites yesterday where they have the escalators all torn up. There was nobody there working on them. And I want to see the kids that have different kinds of thinking get out there and be successful. And one of the things you got to do with these kids is get them out doing things. Too many parents overprotect these kids. I'm seeing fully verbal kids who have never gone shopping by themselves. See, the problem with the autism label is it goes from Einstein to somebody who can't dress themselves and has to have a lot more supervision. And people are getting too locked into the label. So how did I end up in the livestock industry? Because I didn't come from a livestock background. I came from a suburb background from Dedham, Massachusetts. I got exposed to cattle and horses when I was a teenager. I can't emphasize enough. Kids get interested in stuff they get exposed to. So if they get fixated on something like cars, you want to broaden that fixation. Broaden the fixation, don't try to stomp it out. Now, there's 3 different kinds of thinking you can have in autism. And in autism, you tend to get extreme thinking. I'm an extreme object visualizer. Everything I think about is a picture. So the kinds of things that I'm going to be good at is animals, because they live in a sensory-based world, mechanical stuff, and art, and photography. Now, another kind of autistic is the mathematical kid. They think in patterns. So if you've got a little 8-year-old that's super good at math, move them ahead. Don't hold them back. Move them ahead. And then, of course, you have the verbal thinker who thinks in words. Now, I didn't know that people thought in words until I was in my 30s. And this is something I discussed in my book, Visual Thinking. Now, one of the problems that a lot of people with autism can have, and also other learning problems like dyslexia, is sensory oversensitivity. Well, I'll tell you one thing that sometimes works. If the kid's afraid of the vacuum cleaner, let the kid turn it on and off. When they control something like the leaf blower, it might go from the most feared thing to the thing that's the most fun to play with. All right, medical stuff, that can be really, really scary. I used to be terrified of airplanes. Well, now I got a chance, when I was in my 20s, to fly in the cockpit of a cargo plane flying heifers to Puerto Rico. You have to make it interesting. And when you make something interesting, then it's less scary. Scanners are super interesting. Let the kid get copies of the scans. Now, there's nothing to make needles in string. They're just bad. But no surprises. And then another issue that some individuals can have that have autism, dyslexia, or ADHD is sensitivity to flicker on LED lights. I'll tell you how to find that out. Film the room in slow motion. Now, let's look at some of the accommodations that you might actually have to have. I need to have a pilot's checklist, which I didn't have for this meeting, of the order of events. That's why I didn't know where to stand. And if I have to learn something like closing out the cash register at Walmart, let me just have a pilot's checklist of the steps. That's what I would have to have. That would save a lot of jobs. But I want to see these kids that are different get out and do something really constructive. I worked with a whole lot of people on complicated metal work that were object visualizers. Oh, there's a lot of physicists that are probably autistic. And the thing is, we need the skills. We need the skills of the people who think differently. Because autism in the mildest form is probably just a personality variant. But then it can go all the way to where there's epilepsy and other medical problems on top of the autism. So just want to end up and say, the world really does need all the different kinds of minds. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Grandin. Such a great message and such a good reminder that the world does need all of us who think differently. People who think the same will just end up with the same results. So thank you so much for your message today. The next step to commemorate this honorary degree, we'd now ask you to sign our honor roll.
Thank you.
And that makes it official. You are now a member of the University of Alberta class of 2023. Welcome to the family. And now, graduates, it's your turn. As the name of each graduate is called to cross the stage, I will formally admit you to your degrees, and we will have an opportunity to congratulate you. On your journey across the stage, you will also walk past the University of Alberta ceremonial mace. It's sitting right there in the middle of the stage. Centuries ago, the mace was a symbol of authority over life and death. That's a little scary. I assure you that's no longer the case, otherwise I'm not going near it. Today, this mace represents the life-changing power of knowledge and the importance of our university and our graduates in the community. I look forward to meeting each one of you on the stage.
Will the candidates for degrees please rise if you are able? You will be asked to provide a spoken response for the pledge with the President shortly, which will appear on the screen. Thank you. Eminent Chancellor and President, on behalf of the faculties, I present to you these scholars and ask that they be pledged and admitted to the degrees to which they are entitled.
Now, to our graduates, when you respond to the pledge, I want you to raise the roof of the Jubilee. Do you promise faithfully to observe and loyally to maintain the statutes, customs, privileges, and liberties of this, your university? Do you solemnly promise to conduct yourself in all things loyally and faithfully to the honor of your university, the encouragement of learning, and the good of your country? Well done.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the legislature of this province, and with the consent of this university, I admit you to the degrees to which you are entitled, and invest you with all the powers, rights, and privileges pertaining to such degrees. I charge you to use them for the uplifting of the whole people, to inspire the human spirit, to serve your community for the public good, and to pursue more steadfastly whatsoever things are true. Please be seated.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Professor Diane Kunich and Professor Roger Epp, I present the following graduates for degrees in the Faculty of Nursing and Faculty of Graduate Studies and Research. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Sibel Angel. Patrick Chu. Shamel Roll Sands. Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Master of Nursing, Claire Berman. Farrell Marie Bryanton. Samantha Lee Chan. Tracy Marie Curry. Also receiving today a graduate embedded certificate in teaching and learning in nursing education, Kaylee Erin Deck. Lisa Dawn Depker. Chin Chin Dao. Shanae Kathleen Falk. Harriet Jane Halse. Also receiving today a graduate embedded certificate in teaching and learning in nursing education, Nicole Sandra Harley. Jordan Nicole Kendrick. Also receiving a graduate embedded certificate in teaching and learning in nursing education, Margaret Lindsay Komar. Also receiving a graduate embedded certificate in teaching and learning in nursing education, Kirli Alexandra Kus. Victoria Kwan. Kimberly Donna Lindroff. Sarah Ann Lockhart. Jamie Lee Mann. Katrina Helen McNaughton. Bernard Abeku Mensah. Philea Agden Monzezulu. Also receiving a graduate embedded certificate in teaching and learning and nursing education, Hani Yassin Mohammed. Jane Opong Afrier. Mandy Christine Patton. Christopher Picard. Also receiving a graduate embedded certificate in teaching and learning in nursing education, Sydney Abigail Podgurney. Amina Ismail Ramini. Hannah Rempel. Amy Megan Semenyak. Simran Ranjinder Singh. Receiving a graduate embedded certificate in teaching and learning in nursing education, Megan Sommerfeld. Sopan Suan. Katrina Jean Sutherland. Stacy Nicole Tanasischuk. Nicole Lee Tegg. Indeep Kaur Thandi. Krista Thompson. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Professor Diane Kunick, I present the following graduates for degrees in the Faculty of Nursing. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing, recipient of the McClure Medal in Nursing, Madeline Diane Gale Coughlin with distinction.
Madeline Coughlin is this year's recipient of the McClure Medal in Nursing. This medal is awarded to a graduating student who has made meaningful contributions to the health of disadvantaged groups, along with academic success in the final 2 years of study. And during her studies, Madeline was also recognized with several awards and scholarships. Throughout her degree program, Madeline was a research assistant for the University of Alberta's Pediatric Emergency Research Team, and this role kindled Madeline's interest in emergency medicine. And outside of her studies, Madeline taught dance to kids and was a member of a tap company that performed at various events. Wow. She also volunteered with the Make-A-Wish Foundation, helping the organization grant life-changing wishes to children with critical illnesses. And Madeline is excited to start a position with the University of Alberta Emergency Department, well done, and embark on an ongoing journey of learning. And she looks forward to being able to support individuals at their most vulnerable, make them feel heard, seen, and cared for. Please join me in congratulating Madeline.
Congratulations, Madeline. Wonderful work. Wonderful work. Congratulations.
For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing with Honors, Agosa Abadjue with First Class Honors. Linda Acuena with First Class Honors. Mary Grace Arañeta with First Class Honors. Katrina Rose Bodin with First Class Honors. Hefsiba Biju. Malak El Ashri with First Class Honors. Leila Hassan Ali with First Class Honors. Jingyi He with First Class Honors. Brian Iracheta Antillion. Skanda Kanan Koshik with First Class Honors. Jessica Lynn Kelly with First Class Honors. Also receiving today a certificate in international learning, Kaylee Kim with First Class Honors. Susanna Grace McDermott with First Class Honors. Isabella Jacqueline Grace Ng with First Class Honors. Orekia Esirifia Obeng Gnasa with First Class Honors. Sydney Ellen Slubik with First Class Honors. Cindy Sun with First Class Honors. Ayesa Tolentino with First Class Honors. Andrea Courtney Vogt with First Class Honors. Maya Evelyn White. Julia Wolf with First Class Honors. Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Hodan Abdillahi. Ryalyn Abraham. Also receiving today a certificate in interdisciplinary leadership studies, Caitlin Jenny Acker. Crizel Tubenelal Akoba.
Aisha Ali.
Obviously a pop star. Aisha Ali.
Donato Alcantara.
Camille and Donato Alcantara. Nosakare Cindy Amenofure.
Last name Antonia.
Sophia Elizabeth Antoniak with distinction.
Maria Arcari.
Juliana Maria Arcari with distinction.
Francesca Zane Mokon Arevalo.
Francesca Zane Mokon Aravelo with distinction.
That is pretty easy.
Grace Ann Armstrong with distinction.
Yap Balagso.
Brian John Yap Balagzo.
That's pretty straightforward.
Riley Lauren Barnes with distinction.
As is, last name Berry.
Mirana Christine Berry with distinction.
Janessa Bainton, last name.
Tori Janessa Bainton with distinction.
Malin Emma Bebe.
Malin Emma Bebe with distinction.
Okay.
A popular choice.
Last name Belhumer.
Taylor Marie Belhumer with distinction. Talina Batarai with distinction. Mahakpreet Brar. Lily Mackenzie May Bryson. Zainab A. Barali.
Peyton, last name Campbell.
Peyton Nicole Campbell. Trevor Chi Chun Chan with distinction.
Young Choi, last name.
Jamie Na Kyang Choi with distinction.
Chung-Mi Chong.
Chloe Chung Mi Chong with distinction.
Ertin Chung.
Ertin Chung.
Last name Claude.
Courtney Leon Claude with distinction.
Cyrene Jem Tolentino
Cyrene Jem
Coloma.
Tolentino Coloma with distinction.
Last name Connors.
Katie Ann Connors.
Megan Helena Conrad.
Megan Helene Conrad with distinction.
Last name Cruz.
Victoria Sophia Cruz with distinction.
Yoshi Sue.
Yoshi Sue.
Daniel Dar.
Daniel Dar.
Last name Dulcide Carolyn.
Carolyn Renee Dahlside. Chelsea Cameron Davis with distinction.
Last name Dobbin.
JC Marie Dobbin with distinction.
Last name Deverden.
Morgan Dawn Deverden.
Jiahui Ding.
Jahui, so there's Catherine Jahui Ding with distinction.
Elmi Dini.
Fatima Elmi Dini. Salma Ranjit Dixit with distinction.
Distinction, Donnelly.
Tiana Patricia Donnelly with distinction.
Okay. Ria Ijaz.
Ria Ijaz with distinction.
Duong Wang.
Justin Duong Wong.
Caitlin Angula Escobedo.
Caitlin Angulo Escobedo.
Edimar Philip Sablatin.
Edimar Philip Fablatin.
Sadaf Fakari.
Sadaf Farkiri.
Last
name Fedoris.
Riley Elizabeth Fedoris with distinction.
Last name Ferreira.
Caitlin Ferreira with distinction.
Amy Yvonne Forsyth.
Amy Yvonne Forsyth with distinction.
Tennille Fowler.
Abby Tennille Fowler with distinction.
Elise Fry. Last name.
Emily Elise Fry.
First name Alyssa.
Alyssa Susan George.
Last name Gilson.
Brooke Page Gilson.
Angelina Gorman.
Angelina Gorman.
Romina Gregorio. Last name.
Marianne Pearl Romina Gregorio with distinction. Jillian Marjorie Catherine Gunn.
Last name Ha.
Jenny Ha with distinction.
Last name Hackstall.
Lindsay Hackstall with distinction.
Last name Hannaford.
Olivia Laura Hannaford with distinction.
Courtney Hanson. Last
Grace Courtney Hanson.
name. Isabel middle name.
Grace Isabel Hardy with distinction.
Aurora.
Aurora Harrison.
Ivy Jane Fixon.
Ivy Jane Fixon.
Reese Hobrick.
Jacob Reese Hobrick with distinction.
Last name Kalela Lapit.
Ashley Rowe Kalela Helalapit with distinction.
Madison Elizabeth Hayward.
Madison Elizabeth Hayward.
Last name Henry.
Hannah Lynn Henry.
Madeline Emily Hoyano.
Madeline Emily Hoyano with distinction.
Last name Harupchak.
Jessica Lee Harupchuk.
Alexia Hu.
Alexia Hu with distinction.
Vu Hua.
Curtis Vu Hua with distinction.
Last name Hutzela.
Briar Mackenzie Hutzalak with distinction.
And Jalen Hurst.
Taylor Lynn Hurst with distinction.
Sumaya Hussein.
Sumaya Hussein with distinction.
Just Iman Ibrahim.
Iman Ibrahim.
Juliana Importante.
Moira Juliana Importante.
Sido.
And that was important.
Sido Rachel Irona.
Sido Rachel Irona.
That was amazing.
Chelsea Carmen Joy Jeffrey with distinction.
Aaliyah Marie John DeGrace.
Aaliyah Marie John DeGrace.
Johnson last name. Johnson no T.
Claire Ann Johnson with distinction.
Gabrielle Cabin.
Sydney Gabrielle Cabin with distinction.
Ray Kivitz last name. Dana.
Dana Ray Kivit.
Hejong Kim.
Hejong Kim. Ryu Hui Kim.
7K.
Sean Ryan Knorr with distinction.
Last name Krugel.
Ashlyn Abigail Krugel.
Last name Crook like a robber.
Presley Addison Ann Crook.
Last name Cook.
Connie Coog with distinction.
Ishan Kumar.
Ishan Kumar with distinction. Smriti Mary Koryakos with distinction. Annie Lamb with distinction. Tiffany Lamb. Jada Julia Langford. Eliza Ramos Larano. Garim Lee. Katie Bell Lewis with distinction. Sally Lee. Lin Liang. Rahul Krisham Lingam. Colin Rain McLena Lirette with distinction. Isabella Kinga Lukashevsky. Julia Iwatani MacDonald with distinction. Robert Brandon Mahano. Roselle Co Maragino. Gerbine Marar with distinction. Malia Marie Martinyuk. Aaron James McCaw. Devon McCaw. Carolyn Lorraine McNally with distinction. Jessica McPherson. Angelica Mendoza. Sky Haruka Midgley. Navpreet Minhas. Carrington Marcella Mitchell. Sarah Abdulaziz Mohammed with distinction. Shukri Mohammed with distinction. Zara Mosavi. Virgil Leonard Adam Manakwewatang. Noemi Ann Grace Napoles. Emily Rachel Nelson with distinction. Haley Keely Ann Newton with distinction.
Last name Newen.
Cindy Newen. Jose Rafael Nieva. Salome Arenakwe Oikelomen with distinction. Ibukan Ibu Kuoloa Ojo. Karen Ong with distinction. Uchamaka Onyegegbu with distinction. Maya Asentua Opong. Zoe Louise Orth with distinction. Asma Osman. Angelica Rose Polesco. Seri Park with distinction. Yaleen Park with distinction.
McKenna B. Parks with distinction. Brittany Rose Punich with distinction. Patricia Ann Portuguese. Brittany Lynn Prebaszewski with distinction. Brianna Lynn Prebaszewski. Elizabeth Ann Rashke with distinction. Santana Taylor Rathgaber. Brian Rivera with distinction. Kate Marie Robinson with distinction. Ria Namarita Robinson with distinction. Jaira Rodrigo with distinction. Alexis Paige Rothlisberger with distinction. Alyssa Michelle Saad with distinction. Aquiles Mendoza Salvador. Terry Sandanasamy with distinction. Sandhya Sapkota with distinction. Kaylee Rose Schatz. Koyel Shiksa Seburna. Julia Claire Suretny with distinction. And Yurith Sharma. Ishita Sharma. There's a band out there. Saad Sadiq. Simran Singh. Azira Ginkeo Singhan with distinction. Reagan Slibenik with distinction. Marissa Shea Rosis Smallboy. Mina Sun. Rebecca Leanne Stark with distinction. Lindsay Jewel Stevenson with distinction. Srinitsi Subramanian with distinction. Jenna Diane Sullivan. Alexandra Emily Swayze. Susanna Chinghen Tan. Erica Ann Tessier. Andrea Dion Thomas. Macy J. Thompson with distinction. Clarice Title. Iser Kate Tolentino. Jeremy V. Torres. Susanna Tran. Angel Shakatuma. Serafina Sarah Tsui with distinction. Mark Henry Vasjo with distinction. Kelsey Lee Vig with distinction. Kyle Vanulia. Julia Hope Weisgerber. Megan White with distinction. Sungyeon Wee. McKinley Allen Weeb. Koi Hao Yi Wang. Ziru Shin. Maggie Yap. Yu Ha. Surrey Yu with distinction. Nicole Jean Yerkew. Rafat Zara. Sarah Brandy Zellweger. Emma Kathleen Zentner. Sunny Jean. Shuki Zhang. Luo Lin Zhao with distinction.
Éminent chancelier, je vous présente les gradués de baccalauréat de bilingual Bachelor of Science in Nursing, baccalauréat bilingue et sciences infirmières. Angélique Faith Alicia Addo. Gabrielle Basic with distinction. Shelby Aline Brown.
Last name Brubaker.
Nicholas John Paul Brubaker.
Delaney Burns.
Delaney Burns with distinction.
Last name Chennick.
Caitlin Kennedy Chennick with distinction.
Last name Dombacher.
Nina Dombacher with distinction. Erica Dunbar with distinction.
Last name Levang.
Paige Isabella Levang.
Last name Lee.
Jessie Lee with distinction.
Last name Listang.
Tamber Listang. Shannon Riley McKenna with distinction.
Last name Morin.
Sarah Bailey Laurelyn Morin with distinction.
Maurice Nicholas.
Maurice Nicholas with distinction. Niev Aslan Ramash. Dibya Sharma. Gabrielle Johanna Workington with distinction. Lily Shao with distinction. Aiden Meliyasa with distinction. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Professor Shanti Johnson and Professor Roger Epp, I present the following graduates for degrees in the School of Public Health and Faculty of Graduate Studies and Research for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Claire Alexandra Benny.
Last name Hambrook.
Jacob Riley Hambrook. Yuba Raj Paudel. Vishal Sharma.
Eminent Chancellor. Oh. Pardon me. Once again. Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Master of Arts, Prime Illumin. Tanya Arena Paholik. Caitlin Melissa Peterson. Reem Razak. Landon Turlock. Duri Yasmin. Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Master of Science in Public Health, Adelaide Boadou. Sijal Dave. Also receiving a graduate embedded certificate in communicable diseases, Crystal Jade Dew. Helia Kusha. Amarit Singh Pasi. Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Master of Public Health, Deborah Adejoki Adenji. Also receiving a graduate embedded certificate in communicable diseases, Noreen Ahmed. Jillian Oriana Ariel. Stella Bolade Babatunde. Emily Elizabeth Blagden. Ali Bukhari. Malvika Rangu Chadnani. Shubham Chandras. Claire Cordingley. Kayla Dickinson. Noah Brian Donovan. Marie Jeanette Fish. Jessica Marie French. Shabnam Imam. Jashanjot Kaur. Madison Kennedy. Tilovatul Konadar. Kondakar. Crystal Dawn Lenny. Nazif Mabub. Mahmoud Kazi Mohammed. Medea Myers Stewart. Vivian Newen. Daniela Palazzo. Erica Elizabeth Rodning. Also receiving a graduate embedded certificate in communicable diseases, Tamara Sabarjit. Stephanie Shen. Subrabha Shrestha. Also receiving a graduate embedded certificate in communicable diseases, Pratima Singh. Claire Ada Tizard. Esther Ying Tran. Zain Shah Velji. Also receiving a graduate embedded certificate in communicable diseases, Marnie Wang. Tori Jane Wright. And Tenyola Naomi Yomi Fasun.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculties, I present to you the remaining scholars whose names appear in the Convocation program, but who are not in attendance today.
Well, congratulations, you made it. And to family and friends in the audience, I think this moment merits a standing ovation, so please join me and express your appreciation to our graduates. And to our graduates, I think there's another group in the audience that also merits a standing ovation, and that is your family and friends who sustained you through this journey. So please stand and turn and express your appreciation. It's now time to turn our attention to the final part of today's ceremony. And before you're formally welcomed into the University of Alberta Alumni Association, I invite you to watch the screens for a presentation of a special video montage. The song that accompanies the video, Je te retrouve, or I Remember You, was commissioned by Campus Saint-Jean in 2008 in honor of the university's centenary. I think it captures the potential of days spent at the university, and I hope it will spark many memories of your years here. And the song is also a display of many of U of A's talents. It was composed by Professor Emeritus and honorary degree recipient, Dr. France Levasseur-Ouimet, and was arranged by U of A alumnus, Dr. Alan Bevan. And the recording is performed by Chorale Saint-Jean under the direction of Laurier Fagnon. And I have to tell you, this is one of my favorite parts of the ceremony. This video never fails to bring a tear to my eye. I think you're going to love it. Thank you.
Eminent Chancellor, thank you. To the graduating class of 2023, you have shown incredible resiliency, drive, and determination to be here today. Congratulations and welcome. My name is Christine Westerland, and I am a graduate of the University of Alberta in 1995 with my Bachelor of Science in Nursing, and in 2001 with my Master's in Science and Health Promotion. It is my honor to congratulate you on becoming a University of Alberta alumni and to officially welcome you to the alumni family. We are more than 300,000 strong, living in some 140 countries around the world. We are a supportive, proud, diverse, global network, collectively making extraordinary contributions to the alumni community, the university, and for the public good. Together, we are change makers, community builders, world shapers. Throughout the history of the university, our world has faced many challenges, but when we stand together, we generate the solutions that make us healthier, safer, stronger, and more just. We will always be seeking, always be challenging, and most of all, always be leading. Like our university, our alumni lead with purpose. Congratulations and best wishes on all your future adventures.
In closing, I'd like to offer a few words of thanks. Dr. Temple Grandin, thank you once again for sharing your story and your wisdom with our university family. You are an inspiring example of leadership, service, and accomplishment. And accepting this honorary degree, you bring great honor to the University of Alberta. Thank you and congratulations. I also wish to thank our talented vocalist, Jin Yu, and our outstanding Convocation band under the direction of Dr. Thomas Dust. Thank you so much. And I'd like to acknowledge the hard work of the staff of the Office of the Registrar and the Office of the Senate for their organization of today's convocation. Not surprisingly, there is a tremendous amount of work that goes on behind the scenes, and I'd like you to join me in giving them a special thank you. I'm pleased to invite everyone to stay after the ceremony and join your friends and family out there in the lobby and extend congratulations before you leave today. Finally, to our graduates, Congratulations for all that you have accomplished leading up to the conferral of your degree. Your convocation today symbolizes what we can achieve together, how we can uplift the whole people, how we can continue to explore, and more important than ever, how we can steadfastly pursue the truth. All of that is possible when we unleash the creativity, energy, ideas, and compassion of the students who are graduating today and will lead the way for tomorrow. It truly is a gift for me as Chancellor to stand here today and look out at all of you on such an exciting day. It brings such an amazing feeling of hope. I see those sparks of excitement and determination that each of you brings, and it inspires me to believe that the future is definitely in good hands. I hope you feel incredibly proud of what you have accomplished in your years at our university. You've spent hours, months, and years listening and learning, digging into complex issues and topics, thinking critically about some of the most pressing issues of our time, sharing time with friends and colleagues, and preparing for wherever your journey takes you next. In turn, we are incredibly proud of you, our newest graduates. You inspire us and bring us hope for the future. Whatever path you choose, I encourage you above all else to understand you can make a positive difference in our world, and we're all counting on you to do that. And I can assure you that the University of Alberta will be here cheering you on from the sidelines as each of you pursues your next hopes and dreams. Congratulations again, enjoy the rest of the celebration, and thank you all for being here.